Good morning, Strava mates, and Llanthony Priory started the second day of our Beacons Way adventure. So we're about, if you're doing the full book course, we're about 14 miles in by now. We're going to do about another 14 miles today over to Crickhowell. So passing through the grounds of Llanthony Abbey, we follow the way. We're going to have a climb up to the saddle between these two hills. Our first big climb of the day. There are 3 climbs on this route. This is the first one, possibly the biggest. 2 more before a drop down into Crickhowell at the end of our second day. So let's go for a hike. The climb up from Llanthony Priory, as you can see, a bit muddy, a bit sketchy, definitely not runnable. So a good climb. We're about halfway up. We're about 1,200 feet up. I think we go to about 1,700 at the top. So we climbed up through this path and just reaching the saddle of the hill. And I guess we're going to turn left and be heading up that way in just a moment. Just over a mile out of Llanthony Priory, and it was all uphill so far. So we're just on top of the ridge after that first climb out of Llanthony Abbey. We are a couple of miles in, I suppose, and clouds just lifted. You got this amazing view all around. Seems to be a tower or some construction over there. I don't know if we're going that far or if we're going to bear left before we get there. But anyway, up on the top, and it's well, we're enjoying the view. Take a little detour where that post is there, and instead of going down the hill on the route, just come up to the corner of this wall where the tree is. There's a little stone plaque in the ground, and it means something, but I'm not sure what. I'll remind you later. Thank you very much. Thank you. Start our second climb of the day. We come up from the Tabernacle Chapel, just down there by the river. Then across this road and straight up the hill. There is a sign on the stile, so shouldn't miss it. Straight across the road, up we go. When you get to the church, the GPX route will take you out to the end of the church and back up this road. But as my friends and I have just discovered, you walk straight up through the church grounds, through a gate. There's a Beacons Way sign, so we're not off the official route. We cut straight up onto this lane and we climb. So we came up the end of the lane, through a couple of gates into this field, and before we turn left and go up the hill, back over there in the distance is that stone tower that we came past a couple of hours ago. So that's just coming down, and way in the background that's Hatterell Hill, which was yesterday's route. So we go along Hatterell Hill up to the end of the valley, we drop down into Llanthony in between these two hills, climb back up, over the top, down here, into this village, and now we're back up. We just have this little climb ahead of us. So let's go straight up. We're smiling. Out to the left is Sugarloaf, yeah. Back over our shoulder is Hatterall Hill. And that might even be, if you look right over the top of Hatterall Hill, that could even be Skirrid. Yes, so if you're doing the Beacons Way 100, you're probably about 20 miles in now, but you can still see the start.
Well, there's this big loop, isn't it?
Yeah.
This big loop.
Yeah, big S shape, isn't it? Yeah, yeah.
After next Saturday.
So we're just coming down off the second hill now. Bit of a descent here, and then just up ahead is Table Mountain. It has a Welsh name, it's not Table Mountain, but it looks like a table. It's quite distinctive. I think we do a little loop around there to the right and then down into the valley and into Crickhowell. Still got quite a few miles to go. I think we're only about 8 miles in, so probably another 5 or 6 miles. But a little break in the weather as well. And a downhill that is probably runnable. So 500 meters up the lane, and watch out for the sign and the gate in the stile here on the left. My GPX kept me going up the lane. Need to check that before the race. Anyway, down across this field. So hello folks, final climb of the day. We just left the road and we're going up a track here by the side of this wall to Table Mountain, and then we will drop down into Crickhowell. We've been warned that this is going to be steep, muddy, slippery, so this might be the toughest climb of the day, but we'll tell you all about it in a few minutes. In the meantime, here we go. Big climb up Table Mountain. Up we go. Ducklings. Here we go.
Fishes. Off we go.